there, LVllI television watchers. This is Candy Waller checking in again from Super Bowl 58 week on Radio Row. And I'm here, not by myself again. I'm here with Dr. Oz and Kyle Richardson, who's a former Baltimore Raven. And he walked up, we said, hey, we cover the Ravens too. So the
glad to be here.
The Ravens flock is going to love this.
You knew LVllI Maryland, you knew it all.
We do it all. And we also have these candy dishes here. And this has been my claim to fame all week. And then the health people came.
This is really more of an intervention. You know, I'm pretending
to have a conversation.
I was asked by other radio hosts to come over here and just fix the problem.
I mean, clearly, because I was like, wait, this is probably not a good idea. With Dr. But listen, thank you all so much for joining us. So this is Super Bowl week. Health and nutrition is something that, I mean, when we have Super Bowl parties, tailgates, we probably eat all the worst things. We have the worst things at the table. So share a bit about how important it is to have great nutrition in order to be a great athlete.
Well, you ought to eat what the players are eating. Before I let Kyle talk about his own personal journey, because he looks like a gazelle, part of the reason I'm here is we've got a kids foundation called Health Corp that does just that. Teaches young people about the importance of food to their well-being, how well they study, how well they perform in sports, you know, and it also takes it to the next level because it's about mental resilience. Are you tough enough to do the right things for your body so you can actually succeed in the world? And if you can figure that all out, then you'll be more fulfilled. You'll be more joyous in your life. So Health Corps, we've raised $80 million for it over 20 years. We're in 275 schools around the country. Everything's going great, but we want to turbocharge it. And the best way to do that is bring in pros, specifically retired football players, the NFL alumni who have joined us. And the Alumni Health Group is led by Kyle Richardson, who's, besides being a stellar athlete, a wonderful human being. So I'd love you if you just share why you think it's so important to have players deliver these important messages.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it's an honor to be next to Dr. Oz. It's awesome to be back in the neighborhood with LVllI TV.
Yes.
We're all out here in Vegas world, but we're not that far apart. So, you know, NFL Alumni Health, which is a subsidiary of NFL Alumni Association. It's a network of former players. They retire, and we go to join the association because it's a charitable effort. 2 mission statements, caring for kids and caring for our own. And I was one of a few that raised their hands like 5 years ago and said, hey, how do you care for kids if you don't care for your own, right? And really own our own health journey. So they said, well, what's that mean? And so we started on this journey, and we're here today. We like to say that we're cranking on a flywheel. We have a Dr. Oz and Health Core that layers in exactly where our chapters are. And we're ambassadors, right? You know this. And it's a locker room. We're all made up of a lot of different people, backgrounds, everything. And we're able to get educated and to understand our own health journey. And from an athlete point of view, it should be happening after the day you retire, right? And I think that's what our own awareness and what really we're going to sink into from the alumni. We got to get younger. We got the guys that are saying, hey, I'm still a Ferrari. I'm good. Because guess what? It sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
And you're not. By the time you're 40 and 50, it's almost too late, you know, from all the work we've done on our bodies. We raise our hand, you know, as former athletes and current athletes, that we do go through that. But the journey into the health and wellness and working and understanding, become ambassadors, and then taking that knowledge and working with Health Corps, go back into the schools to do our other mission, which is caring for kids.
Right. So is there a such thing as starting too early in your life, career, to start on this health and wellness journey?
You know, babies born to moms who eat healthy foods like those healthy foods. So it's not about whether it's too early. It's a matter of how you deliver the message. It shouldn't be homework. There is nothing healthier than having a good time with your friends. Frankly, the candy you have here, in all seriousness, is a good thing because you bond over, people come play with you, they talk with you, you build community. It's fine. They have
They're
a candy
small
ball.
bowls. Look how small they are.
Exactly.
That's
You know?
right.
But if you're eating this stuff because you're upset at the world and you're lonely, that's a whole different. You're looking for love in the wrong places. At the end of your hand where there's a fork, that's a mistake. And that's the thing we want to try to intervene on. And that's why players are such great messengers, because a lot of players, half the players have weight problems. And the ones that have weight problems have trouble dealing with the weight problems. That's just, by the way, the average for America too. So it's not an unusual problem. One of the interesting things about these new injections is they showed everybody that it's not a moral failing to put weight on. If you change people's hormones so they have the same hunger as other people, they don't gain weight anymore. So don't beat yourself up, but deal with it seriously. And you want to start early, which is why the NFL alumni are so helpful.
And so, as a player, Kyle, and then retiring, how different was it when you went from practicing every day, meetings every day, to just having to figure out what to do with your day?
Well, he never practiced hard. He just sort of hung out. He wasn't.
You know what I did? I had one play in my playbook.
No, that's not true. You worked his ass off.
No, you know what? We actually, even as a kicker or punter, I was a punter, and we would be a part of the team. It's a regimen, right? It's like you're going to be training for your best. And there's only 32 jobs in what I did, so there's always somebody behind you trying to take it. So you're always on point. You're always in. Every player is the same, and so you're going to have to stay on top of that. When it's taken away, the keys are taken away from the car, you're sitting there saying, now what? And you have to have a discipline. You have to keep going down the track. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. And look, Dr. Oz, you've probably seen the Joe Thomas story. That's a former lineman from Cleveland. He literally says we as linemen, we're creating eating problems, right? From an early adolescent, trying to get to 300 pounds to be such big linemen that we can, handle the weight out on the field and move around. And then nobody's there to teach you how not to be eating as much and consuming as much, and you're not working as much. So it's the workout regimen. You gotta tailor your life. You gotta the consumption of things. But you're the medical expert, and you tell us what we should be doing, so I can tell others.
Let me focus on 3 issues. The first is when you get up first thing in the morning, do not have breakfast.
Okay.
Stall your first meal for a couple hours. It's basically intermittent fasting, but an easy way to doing it, because if you don't have a big dessert at dinner, you're not going to be hungry in the morning. It's easy to go till 11, 12, whenever you want to, until you get hungry. When you're hungry, eat, but don't eat till you're hungry. Because our ancestors didn't go out there and just wake up with a fridge with cereal and milk in it. We had to go out and forage for our food. So you didn't eat for early. Number 2, make sure you got snacks around you. Dark chocolate, nuts, whatever, soak your nuts because you want to get rid of the anti-nutrients. Don't go there.
Yep, dark chocolates, not milk chocolates.
Yeah, dark chocolates. And then you want to make sure you fix the sleep issues that you're having, because that's where a lot of people trip and fall down. I should point out, because I'm talking about food and nutrients, that one of the great things about having a foundation like Health Corps and working with the NFL is that large companies want to chip in and help. So there's a great company called iHerb. They're the largest online health food store in the world, and they have given Health Corps a big donation, and they work with the NFL alumni. And Kyle and his team have done a great job getting something out of iHerb that could benefit all of you if you take advantage of it.
We're excited about it, and that's part of the reason we're here on Radio Road this week, is announcing that we have a partner, NFL Alumni Health.
Right.
We have a partnership with iHerb, IHERB.com. If you go to that website, across the board, you get a 15% discount. And it's for us, we're looking for the benefits. We're looking for ourselves so that we can, better the cause for caring for kids, of course. But again, back to the mission, we've got to be able to care for ourselves. And that's a great initiative, supplement, health and beauty line, some of the best stringent testing out there. So we're very happy and pleased. And again, if you go to iHerb.com and you type in NFL alumni, that's your code, NFL alumni, you get the discount.
That is awesome, because I was going to ask, so what is the message and what have you all been sharing as you've been out here on Radio Row? So you already answered that, which is superb. But also I wanted to mention, you said something a moment ago about the linemen and how big they are. And sometimes you're seeing, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, trying to get up to 300 pounds.
Yeah.
But it does seem like there is a message of more healthier lifestyles that we're hearing from athletes. So how does all of that kind of support just overall nutrition for the broader community? It's because, athletes are like celebrities, basically. You are celebrities.
Yeah.
So people listen to you all.
Yeah, you're right. And that's something that our organization has really not tapped into. It's an organization been around for 60 years, right?
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And we have never really tapped into that in a really purposeful way. And we are, with Dr. Oz coming on board, other groups are going to be supportive, because we can't do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have all the solutions. And like I said, that flywheel is starting to crank a little harder, and we're going to have a lot of solutions that, again, if it's good for us, it's good for the community. And we're really, we're vulnerable. Mm-hmm. We have our own issues. Everybody, we have our own, the health and weight of guys, I am concerned. For me, that's not my affliction. I have other issues I got to be aware of. I have heart disease in my family. So I got to go do screenings, and that's really important to me. I got to do a calcium test. calcium score, which I didn't know what that was 3 years ago until I started to really develop in this relationship of health and wellness.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Oz, I shared with you before you came on, I said, my mom absolutely loves you. You know, Dr. Oz said it. It's the truth, and this is what you need to do. And we heard, Kyle just mentioning, partnering with you. How does it feel to be known as the go-to person in nutrition and health?
Well, you're very kind to say that. You're never a prophet in your own land. So the nice thing about my life is I go home and prosecution never rests. So, but it's very kind of you, and I want to get a picture with you, send to your mom.
Yes.
And I bet the best present you can ever give anybody in your life is take care of yourself so you're there for them. So God bless you and congratulations.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much, you all. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being
Hello,
here
Bowie.
and stopping by.
Hello, Bowie.
Yes, go Bowie. Bowie TV watchers, I hope you all enjoyed that. We'll have more for you soon.